Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold the record for pay-per-view.
My drop, I know my drop, I know my situation. I want to fight.
Production.
But it's going to be very difficult for both of us.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio, hashtag TBV podcast. We're back with a Border Wars edition today. We had to give you guys an update on all our fighters, on registration fees being paid, who's fighting, who's not, who's ducking, who's not, sparring footage being submitted, who made the cut, who got cut. We'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes. And now, if you're not interested in Border Wars, remember, this is not for everyone. This is something taking place in January 16th, 2018, Los Angeles, California. And if this isn't for you, no problem. We did a ton of shows this week, and we still got more to come Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So just subscribe to the channel and be back for the next one. This one is strictly for our Border Wars fans, listeners, and the people that appreciate, the participants of that. So let me head on out over to my co-host, the Golden State, Matt the Hipster Hunter.
Production.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rock into a knockout. When the main thing is, I just hope the guy. I wish.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes, the hipsters here. Haters beware. Whenever we have a Border Wars show, and whenever we talk about some sparring, we're going to get some hate. Not necessarily us, but there's going to be some hate thrown around because it's Border Wars, and everyone's going to talk some shit. You know, we have so many different teams now. We have Team Canada, Team Vegas, Team Texas, Team UK, Team TBV East, and then Team TBV West, and then even the West Coast is split up by like 3 teams. So it's just a ton of shit to sort of, you know, compress and sort of have a clear narration. So I love these little update shows. I can't wait to delve into all the sparring footage that was released from everyone that was ducking that footage, and I can't wait to delve into maybe your new opponent, Ness, because I know some people think you're maybe the new cherry picker of boxing right now, the new Danny Garcia, trying to take on some hashtag easy work. So can't wait to chop it up.
I don't understand how my opponent is considered easy work. I want you to know that we conducted a poll, right? No, I'm just being honest. We conducted a poll, and my previous opponent only beat Mexican Butterbean by 3 votes. It was tied. It was 22 to 25. And I don't understand what it is that you want me to do. You, the public, Coach Mitty. I could only fight who's in front of me.
Specifically, Coach Mitty.
I could only fight who's in front of me. You know, Hasael, he didn't pay his fees. He didn't submit his footage. He didn't sign the contract. I mean, am I to bend over backwards? Should I fly out to Vegas, help him train, drive him to the fight, and beat him up? I mean, I don't know. What do you want me to do? I look at it like this. I could only fight who's in front of me. And at the same time, I'm giving the division an opportunity to get ahead and build itself. I mean, you guys want to talk about ducking? Yo, I'm a fucking straight shooter. I asked Marvin to fight. His promoter called me up and said, nah, we got to build up to that fight. Yeah, Marvin the Tank.
Who's that promoter?
Marvin the Tank. And his promoter is Eric SOG Cruz. And
Yo, Eric has like 5 different nicknames. Shout out to Eric.
You know, so look, I couldn't get that fight. You know, Santiago, his opponent was in question. Are you gonna sign the fucking contract? I'm talking to you. You his
Wait,
manager,
we have
his
an opponent.
promoter.
We have an opponent. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you have an opponent, right? And I was having this conversation on Facebook, right? Let me just lead you into this, right?
Okay.
They like, oh, when Earl ain't have a belt, everybody said he had to get a belt. He had to do something. Now he got a belt. Nobody calling him out. You telling me I'm fucking King Kong, and I don't mean that as in Luis Ortiz. I mean that King Kong in fucking Training Day, and you telling me Santiago got to fight. So you saying you are Jamel Charlo, and you rather fight Triple G because you ain't even gonna ask Canelo, could you fight him, huh? That's what you saying. That's what you're saying, essentially. Because I'm fucking Canelo, okay? I'm doing 2 million pay-per-view buys, okay? So, I mean, but you want Santiago to hide behind whatever excuse, but that's a duck. So
even though we signed on to fight a
LA, that's LA ducking. No, I'm not done. You started me up.
You rebuttal very fast, though. Very fast. We did sign on to fight an amateur, and that amateur ducked.
What amateur?
Or I should say former amateur.
Who? Eddie? I could be seen on Patreon hitting Eddie with a 30-piece combination.
That's great.
Getting enough blood to do a blood transfusion.
Boxing experience.
I made him drip enough blood out his nose. We could have did a blood transfusion in Vegas, okay? Because that's what I do. The ducker, the one they call him ducker, I fly state to state, beating the shit out of Border Wars attendants, participants. That's what I love doing. I just love doing that. I just fly around beating them up. I dropped some more spawn today, beating up the rock star. You know?
Well, you didn't beat him up. You did not beat him up. I mean,
oh, hey, listen.
Well, he didn't beat you up. I'm not saying
that's up to interpretation.
I'm not saying that at all. But no one beat up anyone in that sparring session. That's one of the lightest sessions I've ever seen in my life. Come on. You were so tired in that gym. That was fucking hot. It was like 130 fucking plus degrees in the Sean Porter gym. Like, come on.
Tired.
You were huffing and puffing. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why you're doing all that road work. You know?
So who else? Right? Who else? I asked Aaron. Nah, big dog. I'm like 215. So what? I'm 216. You know, first it was I was too big. Then I got in shape. Now I'm too in shape for them. I mean, name a heavyweight that hasn't ducked, except for the ex-opponent that claimed to want to fight, and all signs point to ducking, not signing a contract, not for living up to promotional duties, not submitting sparring, not paying the sanctioning fees. I mean, get out of here, bro. Mitty got some nerve. You know, I was gonna remain neutral.
Why should Mitty have some nerve? I mean, he has taken a very hard fight. He has taken on someone that is bigger than him. That is, I don't know, a much more difficult outing than, let's say, your potential fight come January.
Okay, so let's get into that, because I think you guys are being extremely disrespectful, right? I mean, Big Baby Miller is 300 pounds. No one says that he is incapable.
It's not only the weight.
So
the
what
weight is an added part of it?
Because I see my man throwing punches in the ring, more punches than you, with more power than you.
What do you mean in the ring? When he was that 30-second clip of him hitting pads?
There's other
that 30-second clip. I want to see 6 straight rounds of sparring from him.
Yo, and you'll get that. Listen, I don't think I gotta listen to his promoter the way I believe you. Tony G tells me it's hard to find him sparring. And guess what? I told you the other day I was sparring a southpaw that's half the size of him, and he was difficult. So I could imagine people being afraid. I'm 216, getting in there with a 260-pound dude. It's hard when we on them ropes and he's leaning over, you know? So I could imagine people not wanting to fight Butterbean in or around his area, you know what I'm saying? Or when they do get in there, him putting a hurting, because, yo, believe it or not, when them punches land, they gonna hurt, bro. I mean, his fucking arm probably weighs like 20 pounds each or more, you know? 20 seems light.
If he lands.
If he lands, you're right.
I think there are levels of difference between you two.
Yeah, but I'm not Floyd Mayweather either. You guys acting like I can't get caught on the ropes. Come on, man. I'm smoking weed right now. The fuck? Y'all niggas, they acting like I'm per now, and I love it. Let's
put it this way. Your last opponent, who also had zero experience, was much more fit, much more athletic, and you had a fraction of the
That's
amount of training. You had a fraction of the amount of training, and you outclassed him. He didn't land a single punch
Yo,
on you.
that's the disrespect in you right there. Who says he doesn't have experience?
Mexican Butterbean?
Yeah, him and Tony, they spar. That's what I'm telling you. You see Tony, how many spar matches he got, and how good he looked.
Look,
They
experience
cousins.
is something very, very specific. Have you been in the amateurs? Have you fought amateurs? Have you sparred amateurs? Have you sparred pros?
But
I can't say that of Mexican Butterbean. I have not seen that.
I'm not
And
going
you
to
can say it all you want. You can train with the Diaz brothers boxing coach, who I believe his name is Richard Perez. But that doesn't really mean anything. Like, you can go to like Wild Card right now and train with some world-class trainers, and you can pay them some good money to do it and film it.
There go Tony G right there. Tony G, I need you to call in, man. What's up with your cousin? I mean, Matt over here trying to say your cousin got no skill, no experience. We want to know what's up.
There is no evidence of skill or no evidence of experience.
So you gotta wait. I told you, he's going through something right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gonna get that to us. He's going through some personal shit.
I understand the personal. I understand that 100%. But this is a business. This is a sport. And if I've not seen, just like you say this all the time, like about how like I don't watch, so you make me watch. Mexican Butterbean hasn't shown me anything that makes me go, oh, I gotta watch him. Nothing.
All right, and that's understandable, but he still has 3.5 months.
True.
And he's ready, locked and loaded. Whereas we got other guys, they not. But look, that was my fight. We spoke enough about that.
I know I got you triggered about it. It's okay.
Excuse me?
I got you a little bit triggered about it. It's okay.
No, listen. I'm just being honest, bro. I've been training since August. I'm not trying to let January come and be sitting on a sideline cheering and coaching. That's not what I'm trying to do. Know what I'm saying? So I'm taking whoever's serious. I'm serious. I'm giving all comers opportunities. But let's talk about Enrique and Canadian Jose. Canadian Jose submitted some sparring with one of the new Border Wars contestants for this year, Eric Babyface Garcia. And we also got to see his brother, Christian El Natural Garcia. Is that still Santiago's opponent?
Yes.
Santiago's in for some.
Tony is on the line, by the way, right now.
Santiago is in. I don't want to make it all about me, but I guess we'll go to Tony. Tony G, what up?
What's good, Ness?
So listen, man, we're gonna have to interview you over here, man. Obviously, Tony G is the cousin of Mexican Butterbean, and listen, I've been having to defend your cousin, right? Because people are calling me a cherry picker. They're saying that I want a soft touch, and yeah, I have no footage, no sparring footage. And really my only defense is, well, he's Tony's cousin. Tony's experienced. I'm assuming Mexican Butterbean is experienced. I seen you sent me a message saying it's hard to get him sparring. So I'm assuming it's because he's hurting guys in sparring. What's really going on over there? Is it Northern Cal, Southern Cal? Where you guys are at? What's the deal with Mexican Butterbean? I know he's going through something personally. We don't have to bring that up. But strictly boxing, what are we to expect? Because, I mean, I have to play commentator and analysis, a person is doing an analysis on this fight. And according to the public, it's a cherry pick.
Well, first of all, I don't know how it's a cherry pick when he's the only one with balls to go out and fight you. So, I mean, that there, what does that tell you? He's the only motherfucker that wants to step in the ring with you.
Rod Salka had balls and he got knocked the fuck out.
But that's just
Rod Salka had balls. Alexander Brand had balls. A lot of guys have had balls. Doesn't mean they are at the level of their opposition. Doesn't mean that they're going to win. Doesn't mean they're going to win a fucking round.
Ness just started boxing this year.
Yeah.
So you're saying the guy who just started boxing this year has that big of an advantage over someone who started this year as well?
Do you know what the term talent means?
Ness is in shape, but like there's things that he's been working on in the gym. He's getting better every day. He's putting that work in.
And listen,
It's
Tony, I know I'm not good.
sparring right now for him.
I know I'm not good still. Like, I still feel like I don't step enough with my jab. I still feel like it's very difficult to find range, you know. So I don't think I'm as good as Matt thinks I am, but Matt thinks I'm light years ahead of fucking Butterbean.
We'll see. We'll see come fight night. You know, but he's putting in the work. He's getting himself. He's lost 50 pounds.
He's lost 50.
So he's getting there little by little.
Wait.
Losing his weight.
Wait. He's lost 50.
So he's at 300 pounds.
Wait.
He's
No.
lost 50 in the last 4. No. He's probably like at 330 right now. But since he started before all this, he's been losing weight gradually. But he's lost 50 pounds, so he's getting into a smaller.
That's what's up.
Congrats.
That's what's up. That's what's up, because you know what? That's what this is all about, getting in shape. When I started, you know, working back out, I was 278. And when I started this season's Border Wars training, I have it written down on my mat, my fitness. I actually sent Matt and a couple of the other guys the picture. I was like 236. I've already lost 20. So that's what's up, man, to him. I was hoping that he lost 50 and he was down at 315, because I remember you guys said he was at 365. You're saying he's 330 now. That's still a big drop. But in terms of experience, he has none?
In terms of experience, he's been in the gym for about 5 months. I mean, he's been sparring here and there before this whole Border Wars thing happened, and it's been rough on him. You know, it's hard to get him guys that are that big that want to get him. He's been having to spar some of the pro guys that come out of another gym in Stockton, just because they'll get in there with them. But I mean, they're not heavyweights, but they're smaller dudes to compare for him.
Tony,
those are the only guys that got in there with them. Like, I'm gonna have to get in. I'm gonna have to get in there to send you guys sparring footage, because we just can't get them big dudes like that.
Tony, how old is Mexican Butterbean?
How old is he?
Yeah, how old is he? I'm just curious.
He's 25.
Look at that. He's got youth,
25.
dude. He's got 10 years on.
Did he box when he was a kid or when he was a teenager or anything like that?
No, he never boxed when he was a kid. Not that I know of.
Just curious.
So Tony, let's take it to you. You did submit some sparring and you shocked everyone. Because we thought you were the little guy. You said you're 5'5". So how small was the guy you were sparring with if you saying you're the bigger guy?
No, I'm 5'8". That guy was 5'5".
No way.
He bends down when he spars. So
no way that guy's 5'5", Tony.
Guy at that time that I could get. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He was,
you looked. I thought. I thought you were him, and you were someone else that was like 6 feet something. That's how that looked to me. Matt, it didn't look like that to you?
That's exactly how it looked. That's exactly how it looked.
Yo, you see my comment? I was like, wait, I thought he was the small dude.
I'm just lanky. I'm long for a little dude. Like, I'm not tall.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I see the length and the jab too, nice and snappy.
Yeah, it's not too bad right now. We're working on everything, but yeah, it's all right. We're getting there. We're definitely in there grinding, man. Definitely in there grinding. Taking some and giving some, you know. That's how it goes.
Yeah, tell Butterbean he better watch that vlog, man. That's how he gotta lose that weight. That's the only way he's gonna feel great. But Tony, so you seen your opponent, Iron Sal, sparring his drop. What was your immediate reaction? And the minute that dropped, did you call Butterbean? Did you guys sit down together with some popcorn on the big screen and watch it? Or did you watch it yourself and then hit him up?
No, I watched it when I was heading somewhere. And not bad. I mean, he said he didn't have experience, but he looks pretty good for not having experience.
So,
I mean, he's learning. That's all you can, you know what I mean?
What did you think about the opponent he was sparring with? That guy was pretty awkward. I don't know. He looked white, right?
He looked awkward. I mean, he's a southpaw, so that's a little tricky. But he just, you know, he had pretty good head movement. So if you're not used to someone moving around that way, it's gonna be hard to get anything going. But some pretty good work for Sal, for sure.
Are you impressed with his weight loss?
I have a question. Do you think that Sal presents an issue for you or any issue for you in the ring come January?
Ooh, good question, Matt.
I think he can have the weight advantage. I mean, I was giving up weight when we said the 165. So I mean, I'm just curious to see where he's at because I don't know exactly where he's at. I haven't watched any of the recent stuff that's been uploaded. I don't know if he's touched on it or not. I mean, I asked him in the chat just a couple minutes ago as where he was at. But he said he's on pace, so I mean, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I mean, he has I think he put out a before and after picture already. He's lost some significant weight. And he's working. He put out a vlog today as well on Border Wars, a Border Wars vlog on Patreon that shows you know, his day and kind of some of the training and then even some sparring, man. So yeah, check that out. So have you had opportunity to see any of the other participants thus far? I know, you know, you still got to do the day-to-day job and the family and everything, but if you haven't had any time, what are your thoughts on who's most impressed you, who's, you know, made you laugh? I mean, talk to us.
Well, you know, South came a long way. His footwork looks pretty good from the last time. I mean, so from the first video I saw, he looked pretty good. And that's just, I guess, his first time sparring, so that's cool. Matt kind of looks like he hasn't progressed. Still kind of looks the same. I mean, he throws more, which means his cardio getting up, but I mean, doesn't look all that great either.
Where's your 6 round straight? Where's your 6 round straight? Have you sparred 6 rounds straight yet in camp?
Oh, trigger!
I have sparred 6 rounds straight. Hey, don't worry, November 11th, if you want to meet up, we can spar.
Post it. You can come down to LA anytime, man.
November 11th.
I keep the same energy.
Show up. I'm
Don't
gonna
worry
be
about
in
it.
Denver in November. I might have to drop down.
I'm at 415 Torrance Boulevard every morning and every evening.
Ooh, look at
Stop the 110 and Torrance Boulevard. It's right there. You can't miss it.
Yo,
message me your number so I can come find your ass when we're down there.
Okay, you come anytime.
Yo, don't be saying he's too big.
We ain't running from shit out here, bro. We ain't running from shit out here.
I'll show you what the Stockton slap is like. Don't worry about that.
Yo, hey Matt,
I'll show you how 209 should really rep that.
I'm sure you will. You probably know how to slap, bro. You probably know how to slap. Giving you a little bitch like that, bro.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh shit, he did
post some. You have to keep up to my level.
He did post spawn.
You posted 2. Come on.
Yo, he triggered you with one comment, Matt.
You know, a 5'5" guy? Come on, get the fuck out of here.
Yo, he triggered you, Matt. Hey.
Some of us have jobs. Bro.
Hey, I just noticed that he doesn't keep the same energy when it's about Sal, his actual opponent. But he talks about a guy 30 pounds less than him. And this is the same theme for everyone on this card. They want to mention my name because I'm the biggest star here, and that's fine. That's fine. But come down to my weight, come to Torrance Boulevard, and you can get some. Don't worry about it.
Yo, he's already throwing weight out, Sal. He wants you to suck down. He wants you to suck down, Sal.
Don't worry.
I learned my lesson.
Sal's already checked.
Sal's gonna make you learn yours. Don't worry about it.
I don't mean Sal. I meant you.
About that.
I meant you, Tony. I meant you. My bad. So all right. So before Matt rudely interrupted you because he was so sensitive and he can't take some constructive criticism.
I don't think that was constructive at all, but it's okay.
Who else? What else impressed or made you chuckle? You only got to Matt there, or is that all?
What's his name? Anthony from Ohio has been putting in the work. I mean, the first couple videos I did laugh. I ain't gonna lie, but he's new. He said he never done that either. I mean, that's what happens when you're new. You do things that you don't know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, so it looks awesome.
Well, right now, Tony, we're going to bring on your opponent because he has a question for you. So, Iron Sal, what is up? You have a question for your opponent, Tony G. What is that question, Sal? Sal? Tony, are you there? Uh-oh. Tony? Sal? Damn. What happened? People drop? Hello? Are we still on? Am I still on? I think I'm back on. Am I here, everyone? Hello, hello, the people. The A side is here. Do not worry. Do not fret. Let me put on the overlay as we are trying to get the show back up and running. That was about to get good, everyone. That was about to get really good. We're about to have Tony G and Sal go at it, and unfortunately, that didn't happen. I'm gonna try to text Nestor Gibbs and tell him to get back on. I have no idea. You still hear me, people? This is very unfortunate. Can you guys hear me? Someone in the chat say that you can hear me. No one's going to answer. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you for answering me. We're trying to get the show back up and running, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to take a bit. Again, trying to get a hold of Ness because he's the one that run. Like, without him, you guys can't hear Blog Talk or Skype. So I'm trying to get a hold of him as fast as possible. But tell me in the chat what you think about Iron Sal and Tony G. The people that are on Patreon. If you're not on Patreon, go to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to get up to date on all this Border Wars information and drama. But Tony G and Sal put out quite a bit of sparring compared to maybe, let's say, Team Canada or even Team UK. Maybe only put out, what, one round of sparring? But yeah. Georgie Porgy. Yes, there are mad fights this weekend, but we're going to do them in a bit. Oh, Nestor. Ness. Ness. Can you hear me? Hold up. Just do you, Matt. I know people. I know. I'm just trying to figure out what will happen. I'm going to mute myself very quickly, people, and try to figure out what is taking place. What is up, people? Yes, we do have some news from Ness. The power went out in his house. So we are ending the show, unfortunately, a little bit early. I am sorry to say that. It has been a great one. And I'm trying to figure out how to end it, to be honest, because I don't know if I can on this end. So if I can't, I might be in here for quite a while. Yes, I cannot end it from the looks of it. So this should be very interesting. Keep here with me. I am fuck. This is live radio, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I get paid the big bucks for. Charlo Lubin, that should be a fun fight. Can't wait for tomorrow's show, which should be at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. We're going to break down the Iswalandi Laura Terrell Gashal fight, the Jamel Charlo, Erickson Lubin fight, the Jarrett Hurd fight, and